Howdy folks, Doc here with Last Best Tool. Well, I finally got a set of Snap-on mini pliers. This is a new offering from them. This is the PL344BCF. It's a 3-piece Talon Grip slip joint plier set, and it comes with, these three here, which includes kind of the Talon Grip, needle nose, as well as what they're calling the Flankjaw, and that's this one here, which I'll show you how that works, but it's marginal at this size, and then kind of more of a conventional slip joint design. Now this set retails for about $148 off the truck, and it comes in either this red vinyl kind of cushion grip or bare metal handles. And the bare metal handles actually look really cool, kind of vintage. I figure if that's something I really want later, I can generate my own by removing the handles here or the vinyl, but that's for the future. Anyway, I have been a big fan of some of the smaller Snap-on pliers, including these. These have long since, I think, been discontinued, the 45 ACPs, or 44 ACPs. And then this is one I've shown a bunch of times. This is the 46 ACF, which has been kind of my go-to vehicle plier. Possibly being slowly moved to second place after this guy right here, which is the smaller. This is the LN46 ACF. It's the smaller version of the LN47 ACF, which was their kind of revolutionary, kind of rhinoceros beetle, triple joint, needle nose combination plier. Outstanding. This one to me seems to be a sweet spot, kind of a Goldilocks size. I absolutely love it, and if I compare these two, that might be why. It's basically one of my favorite pliers, except with a needle nose sticking out on the end. So let's take a closer look. This plier here is probably the one that most people are interested in. It is the smaller version, obviously, of the kind of the combination needle nose plier slip joint endeavor that Snap-on's on. However, it is just a double. I don't know if you could do a triple. I think it might be too weak a pivot point at that, if you get that too small. However, the only way at the moment that I can tell you can get this plier is to buy this set. You can get this one on its own. This one is listed in the catalog, and this one apparently is not available on its own. I don't know, maybe this one won't be either. Maybe this is a special makeup, I don't know. But let's take a closer look. First of all, going back to this one, you can see you do have an excellent range here, especially with that slip joint. Still fairly narrow. Follows the same geometry as its larger siblings. Wonderful design. They've just really dialed in this as far as a useful plier. Little extra metal up at the front end, so it's not getting or not under the same risks. Where did I put it? As some of their tiny little guys like this. However, it is as just a double joint, not a triple joint. It loses out on a little bit of that just extreme grabbing. If you look at the parallelness of the blades, grabbing something. So maybe in the future, I don't know, maybe not. But anyway, that's really, I think, the winner in this set. Next one I'll look at is just a standard slip joint design. My older version here, very similar, but much more aggressive teeth on this newer version, and a little bit wider handle, you can see right there. It's almost getting into the width of some of these larger precision pliers, which for some reason don't seem to be the kind that attracts EDC attention, but these sure do. And this has always been one of my favorites here with this super aggressive front end. So you can see there's just a lot you can do, and it doesn't always have to be working on bolts and metal and stuff. I've actually smoothed wood with these. Anyway, and then this one, of course, has been one of my favorites. It's appeared many times, so this is just a smaller, simpler version. This one is their Flankjaw, and it uses kind of that same sort of an unusual shape that might be a direct competitor going after the Knipex, kind of trapezoid, which allows, when you're working with something like this, and you know, you can have it tight and snug but release and get a kind of a ratcheting as you slowly grind down the teeth. That's sort of what this one's all about. I will put it into a larger grab here. So you can see they do have an arrow marking there. Oh, my camera focuses. It's pretty cold here. In fact, we had a snowstorm last night. Closed one of the interstates, one of our two interstates, the one that goes north-south. Should be open now. Snow's melting off, but yeah, it was expected, but still late in the year. Anyway, so I can push this, push it, and then release. And you can see how this does have kind of a solid, smooth ratcheting. Obviously, you can do that with a conventional slip joint. We all do that, but it's grinding the fastener. And if you don't want to scratch it, or you don't want to wear the teeth down, or you don't like that sound, you know, it's not the best. And this doesn't grab near as securely as this kind of Flankjaw idea right there. So I can crank on it, crank, and just let this slide right there. So it actually is fairly effective if you have to do a lot of twisting. But I might say that's what sockets are for. Then on the larger one here, you can see maybe a better demo. So again, turning it this way allows me to easily and smoothly wrap around a nut there. So what are the competition to this little set? Well, it's probably obviously going to be these little Knipex. If you look at the size of these things, you know, it's sort of right in between the 125 Knipex and the 100 Knipex. So it's still an EDC plier, still pretty short, still pretty effective for the small size. It seems like this is the one. These two are the most popular. These are really cool to have and handy, but if you're going to actually count on using them, you know, maybe daily, this might be the way to go. But anyway, so there it is, the new Snap-on mini plier set. And they are being distributed now around the country, so you'll be able to get your hands on one if you want. Again, a little expensive. I think maybe, last note, they should have supplemented it and added this, because this seems like it would fit in here as another useful tool in the box. But again, adding up the cost for these tiny tools that I hope the TSA does not take from me. And with that, Doc out.